Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the foolish worlds of Foolcraft. And we're here in our base, mint, with our brand new Tesla Coil, which we built in our last episode, shooting electricity with that pulsating block that we worked so hard to achieve. And this thing is just absolutely amazing. I'm so glad we went with the custom route. Now, I know there is one within immersive engineering, but I wanted to create one from my imagination, you know, create something with our own kind of artistic interpretation upon it. And we did it. And I think it's a great little centerpiece for what we're trying to achieve with this season. Eventually, we'll have a house up there and factories and all sorts of cool little things. But man, I'm absolutely loving the way this place is coming out, and thank you guys so much for the support so far on this. And yeah, keep the ideas coming because you guys are teaching me a whole bunch in the comments. So whenever I make a mistake, you let me know, tell me how to fix it. So down below here, this is our first thing we're going to be working on. And I wanted to make this thing not only a decorative item like we have here, but also functionable. So down here, straight below the little copper pipe here, is where we're going to put all of our Ender IO capacitor banks. So that's where we're going to store all of our energy. So I think that's going to be really cool. We're going to kind of decorate this little section over here. And then on each one of these sections of the walls are going to be filled with storage drawers and compacting drawers. So all the storage is all going to tie together, and it's going to be really cool, along with colossal chests here, and of course on each one of those little corners there, all tied together to a terminal that's eventually going to be right here. So man, I just had this great vision of all these little storage drawers across here and colossal chests down below once we kind of excavate it all the way out, and then just be able to access it here at the Tesla Coil. So yeah, that's kind of the vision for this entire storage room. I am super, super excited about that. It'll take us a little bit to get there, but we are well underway. So let's head back to our old decrepit base and work on a couple cool new building things I found within the game. It's hard to see, but I did get an obsidian loyalty badge. You can't see it because I have obsidian armor on. But speaking of obsidian armor, I've been getting this comment a lot, and it's like, Scar, you made the worst obsidian armor when there's better ones. And I'm like, no, I made the good one. And then I looked it up. No, I made this one from actually additions. I should have made the one from tiny progressions. I didn't know. And the reason being is, like, when you select this, they have the exact same recipe. So in the crafting bench here, let's see if I can go back to the crafting bench. There we go. You have to click on this button because there's some, you know, things that have the same recipe. So I didn't know that. I'm totally going to make the real one. But Good Etho, important Etho, is on, and he told me about some cool build that's called a stepladder. And I want to build this because I'm very curious, being that we can't really fly very easily in Foolcraft. Oh, here we go. This is it. This looks like a steps ladder. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is going to be really fun. So let's make a couple of you, and there we go. All right, Etho, what is this thing? Etho, if this kills me, I'm going to be quite upset. Here we go. Bam! Ooh, my. Wow, that is actually really cool. It's truly a step ladder. Oh my gosh, we can go. Well, not on the backside. Not on the backside. There we go. Wow. Hey, that is actually pretty cool. You know, you can pop this thing down if you need to make some adjustments to some chiseled bits or something. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm in a hole. I'm always in a hole for some reason. Oh, I like that. That actually is really, really cool. Anyway. So that's cool. That's a bit of a surprise. The next thing we need to do is we need to make a wallet. And this comes from you guys in the comments because I have the worst money situation in this game. I love the name of this mod. Good old currency. Here it is. There's the, wait, is that me? Is that my head on the $5 bill? Oh my gosh, it is. That's my crooked smile. Oh, that's fantastic. I had no idea I was on one of the bills. Oh, that's really cool. I had absolutely no idea. Anyway, I need to make a wallet. Let's see. So that's paper and leather. Do I have any of those things? Let me see if I have some. Only took 20 minutes to look through every chest of mine to finally find some paper. All right, so we can click on that and bam, we got ourselves a wallet. Can we open this? Ooh, that is really cool. Man, once we get that terminal built and we can just access all of our inventory again, similar to what we had in Foolcraft 1. Oh, that is gonna be amazing. So let's open up our wallet and we can throw that in there. Look at that. You got like George Costanza's wallet here. We just need some hard candy. So it looks like there's multiple spots. And I wonder if you can stack these up to 64 once we get super rich when we open some businesses. Maybe. It even shows now that we have like money in there. Oh, that is actually awesome. Let's head to the city hall and see if we've gotten our weekly wages. And of course, let's see if we've been paid because we completed 2 jobs, census and thief in the night. Rip stress monster. Oh, perfect. We got it. So thief in the night and government census. Let's see, this was 100 and this was, oh yeah, perfect. There we go. So maybe we already got our living wage for the week. But anyway, there we go. Now we got some money. We can buy hamburgers and ender pearls. So let's head to the boardwalk. Oh, this place is so cool. Like, this is my favorite area. I mean, the city hall is super impressive, but there's just something about this boardwalk thing that I absolutely love. It's just got some, like, so much character to it. Oh, that's disgusting. Iskel, you got to get a broom and a pan in here immediately. And he's out. Let's see. How much is this? This is for a single ender pearl is $5. Iskel, that is so expensive. That's so expensive, man. Oh gosh. And then 16 for 50 and he's out of those. Well, that's a bit unfortunate because we do need some ender pearls, but we can definitely buy ourselves. Let's open our wallet here first and let's grab out 10 bucks. There we go. And we'll shoot that in the machine. I thought we could shoot in the machine. There we go. Awesome. Now we can grab some of these guys. There we go. All right, throw that in there because we were getting low on that. And this root beer looks so delicious. Oh my gosh, I'm going to spend all my monies here. I'm going to spend all my monies. Wait, that's 50 bucks, Scar. Easy does it with your money there. Doesn't grow on trees. There we go. And throw that in there. And let's grab some of this out. Look at how fancy we look now in our obsidian armor. This one is the one that gives us resistance. So not only do we have our toughness 3, but we got resistance, and that's gonna help a little bit. That'll help with our deaths, and we're gonna head on over here, number of deaths, and we are rocking 79 at this point. So a little bit embarrassing. But anyway, I'm trying to come up with a design for our storage drawers. So there's a lot of different wood choices we can go with. Like this one over here, palm wood. That's crazy. What is that? Is that the eucalyptus? Wow, that is cool. This red one over here, cherry. But what I noticed was there is a treated version of it. So I do have some treated logs, but I was trying to think like, should we make a contrast? Should it be something different? And I don't know, I really love this wood tone. This is what I wish we had in Minecraft. Like I wish we had this kind of tone of a color. But anyway, I think we're gonna go with this. And what's that one? Ooh, mangrove. Ooh, fancy. But yeah, I think we're gonna go with this one. So I believe this is a 2x2 and we're gonna need a whole bunch of chests. And there should be, you know, these little, okay, yeah, there's one of every one of these, perfect. And then there's one big one right here. So we're gonna need a lot of chests and I've already worked on that. So I've been working on a couple of the different things that we'll need. So we're gonna need redstone comparators, we're gonna need pistons, we're gonna need chests. So I've been making some of these over the last couple minutes here. Just getting ready for preparation to make some of these different ones. That's gonna be fairly time consuming. So I think we've got a bit of a head start on those. And where is my treated wood? Where's my treated wood? I guess we can just actually just go like this, boom, and bam, and slide that on in there, and that definitely did not work. This is treated wood, and this is treated wood. What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? Something I'm doing wrong here. Oh, crud, maybe you can't make this. All right, let me go to the drawing board and figure this out. Welcome back, and I think I finally figured out how to do it along with having some delicious cake here in our starter house. So what I've done is I've created the framing table, and from here you need to create a frame drawer kind of like template. So if we shoot on over here and we assemble one of these guys down below and we throw it on in, we can grab out, you know, some treated, you know, nail planks, something like that, or we can go with standard, you know, wood planks like that, and we've got ourselves our treated storage door. So yeah, originally I thought you could just go in here and make this, but apparently there is no recipe. So it took me way too long to figure that out, but at least we've got it, and this is the design that I want. It's actually better than I anticipated because I didn't know we could use the chiseled version of the wood for the drawers. So that right there is a win-win. I'm happy the way this has all come out, that we weren't able to automatically generate the particular storage drawers we want by just going in the crafting bench, but taking it to our framing table because I had forgotten that there are so many different customizationable items with this build. So one of the things I've been doing is maybe taking a little bit of reinforced stone and making this cool little band around it. Then I was thinking I'd take some concrete and make this little face on here. I don't know, just lots of little cool little customizationable things on here are really cool. But I think I'm gonna go with this one, reinforced stone surrounding treated wood nailed panel. Like that's just a super clean and beautiful look to it. And I like that. And I believe this is just the one storage door with just the one single item in it. But I do believe we're going to make, you know, a variety of different ones. But yeah, I think that's good. Like, you know, we could try a couple of little designs, but this ties in with the wood choice we're going to use. It ties in with the stone surrounding the area. Now, the reason I'm not going to go with this particular surround, the concrete, is that we're going to use this design elsewhere. So I don't want to overpower the design by a lot of this. Now, this is more of a highlight, so you want to use it in slight moderation. So this is the one we're going to go with. We're going to take that in there and we're going to start making some of these guys. Look at this. This thing looks really, oh my gosh, that actually looks really good. Let's start working on the basement. Now, I've been looking at the floor a little bit and seeing what we could do with it to make it look a little bit more cat-like. So to make this catwalk look nicer, what we're going to do is we're going to move it inward by one block across here. And then we'll have this about, oh, an Escalium loyalty medal. Wow, look at, oh my, that thing is shiny green. There we go, let's put that thing on. Wow, look at us. Look at the size of that medal. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have that across there, and then these two blocks right here are going to be the catwalk. Then we're gonna cut out a nice little square in the center so you can see down into the lower area. Now, of course, we're going to have handrails all the way across here, and we'll do those in chisel bits. I think those will look very nice. So it'll be scar safe, no accidents, of course. So there are another couple little challenges we need to talk about. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run a little bit of a supporting column because I always place storage doors in the wrong orientation. Maybe there's a wrench to fix that, but I don't know how that works or if there is one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place these guys all the way across here. There we go, so put those guys like that. Now you'll notice quickly that there is a design issue, and that's that we have this really cool reinforced design going across here, but we don't have that for this part because that, of course, that's just a plain old block. Now, design ideas that we could do to match that, because I don't want to put a storage door right here because that little design is going to show through here. So that would just become gray. So let's put one there, beautiful. And then we swoop across here, and I don't want that because that doesn't match the rest of the aesthetic that we're trying to go for. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take chisel and bits and I'm gonna make this design that runs all the way around in this little black knob on this guy. And then of course, take our little papers and then just replicate it all the way up. I think that's our best option to make this look a little bit more seamless. And I think that'll be nicer. Now this part right here, I'm instantly not liking that very much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this in there and I'm gonna run this column up and we'll remove those two storage doors and we'll make it somewhat in line with that column right there because I'm only gonna bring the storage doors up to here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna do another row of 5 going down, or maybe 4, we'll see how it goes. We'll probably do 5 going down. So that is yeah, that's actually gonna be a lot. And then, you know, if we do need more storage, we can always break open and start using these 2x2s. And yeah, so I think that's good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this design all the way up and all the way across, and we'll see how this goes. I'm pretty excited about this. It's nice seeing some walls put in here. It really starts to tie everything together and just make it feel a little less like a cave. So this is a good start. Now, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how the storage doors will work going downwards, but we're not gonna work on that yet. We're gonna start working on the scaffolding or catwalk that we have right here. Now, of course, this is the scaffolding block from Immersive Engineering. There we go. So, I had lined this up or kind of like mapped it out, and I'm trying to exactly remember. So that's a spacing of 2. And then of course, we're gonna take out these ones and we can line that up to be about there. Now, I do know that chisel and bits, like we found in our last episode, do not work in terms of like chiseling down scaffolding blocks, but I do believe you can at least attach them to them because I think regardless of the block, at least you could put it above it, right? Because chisel and bits would be occupying a separate block from the one that this is in. I think that's how it works. Anyway, so let's bring this piece over here. Now, one thing I was thinking about is this could look down onto the colossal chests that will be on every end of this platform. So I think that'll be pretty cool. There we go. So eventually we'll knock all this stone out of here, but this is the general design. So if this, let me just line this up so it looks a little bit better on both sides. There we go. So you just kind of walk across this little section. The rails will be fairly low, of course, so you can still reach across. But yeah, I think that looks really good. And of course, once we take this section in, so let's pull this guy all the way across. Ooh, it's a little bit laggy. It's very strange, is there are little spots in this underground area that everything's fine. And then all of a sudden you get a little lag spike. I don't know what it's from. And then let's see, we go over into this portion right here, go just shy of that, and then cut that piece out. Perfect. Oh yeah, you can kind of get an idea how this will look. And I love having this little section cut out because it really breaks up that giant expanse of a ground of a repetitive pattern. This just gives it a little bit more visual interest. And of course, there'll be railings on this side. We've got to keep this very scar safe. And then of course, this will be where we access our terminal. This right here is a little bit narrow. I wonder if we should box this thing in all the way. That's interesting. That's a little bit narrow right there. We'll figure that out. I'll figure that out. But yeah, let me do this design all the way across, and then we can start thinking about this side. Welcome back. There we go. So we now have our little border that separates the upper level from the future lower level. Now, I think I've decided what we're going to do, and we're going to have this upper level. This is going to be, you know, our frame drawers that have the nice coloring and things along those lines. And this little border right here is going to separate our compacting drawers, because we are going to need these, because I might have an Ender IO sag mill in another room, but it all pumps into this room, and we need these compacting drawers. But mixing those into these storage arrays up here would just look weird, and there wouldn't be a nice continuity of design. So this is going to be a barrier, and down below here is going to be fully compacting drawers. So I think that's a good solution. I'm still considering moving this actually down by one and putting one more row of drawers right here. I'm kind of thinking I might do that actually. Actually, I think that might be a good idea. I might do that. Anyway, so I'm just gonna put that there just for the rest of this clip, so it looks somewhat uniformed. And I'm falling, but it's great because I can walk right up over these scaffolding blocks. It's super fancy. Anyway, so I think that might be a good idea. It kind of separates the two, so it's a nicer design. This part is still really like, there's just not a lot of room. There's like one block difference there. So I've been trying to come up with what I could do. I could add one block going across here. Where would that leave us? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would give us an extra block, but that's something I think we can think about a little bit more. What I'm more concerned about is this portion up here, to try to make a nice design for our archways, because if we go off the top here, so of course, you know, I was thinking ideally we'd go off of this block right here. That would be a much nicer flow of the pillar. But that's not going to work because this is where our storage drawers live. So if we go off of that, there we go, and then we'll scaffold on down, there we go. That doesn't look super cool coming up there. So we need to come up with what we're going to do for a ceiling. And I'm not 100% sure. I'm slightly considering doing a very natural ceiling. So taking our reinforced stone from above here and then placing that up there in a natural pattern, so it looks like it's been carved out of the stone. That's one idea. Another idea would be to still kind of keep that natural feel, but have it more like perfectly symmetrical instead of like cave-like with stalactites and things along those lines. So, I'm not 100% sure, but I do know one thing. We're gonna stick with this design right here and then put the compacting drawers down below. I'm gonna go need to make a whole bunch more of those compacting drawers, so let me go do that. Welcome back, and we have a bit of a problem. The left side of the room is a little bit smaller. I had no idea this happened. I don't know when it happened, but unfortunately it is the case, whereas the right side is definitely bigger. But this has also led to new possibilities. So yeah, we might have a little bit of a problem, but we've kind of taken it in new directions, and I'm quite happy with the way we are going to go with it. So right now, I've had little squares, and they're each one a little bit smaller. So originally I was going to do colossal chests in each one of these openings down below, but now we're going to change it up. So now we're going to do staircases that lead downwards, because we do need a way of getting to the bottom. So I think that'll be pretty cool. And then of course on this side, we'll do up the rails, and I think that'll look really nice. And I need, oh, my little pillar's not in my inventory. But anyway, I'm going to put some little details along here, so I think that's going to be nice. And then once we get to the chisel and bits, we're going to do our rails going all the way around these sections. So I think that'll be pretty cool. But let's take the express route on down. Now down here, it's a little bit boring so far. I'm a little bit maybe overwhelmed by these repetitive patterns of all these little lines and things. So I might think of some ways of changing this. So this is a main support column of the catwalks above us. So there are 4 pillars here in the center, and that's holding up this area right here. I've kind of considered potentially removing maybe these corner pieces, because once we have our compacting drawers in each one of these little compartments right here, it might make it a little bit cleaner here if these things were down. And I think I'm going to go with that. Now, I do think it's probably appropriate to bring one down this section. There we go. So put one down like that. But having these sections cleared of the scaffolding, I think would actually look pretty good. So let's move that one. There we go. Yeah, I think that actually looks pretty cool. So where do we put our colossal chests is the question. So I was considering putting them here, maybe stacking 2 on top of each other. But I think I'm going to put 2 here and then 2 on that side. Maybe even just get a little bit crazy and put 2 more here, and of course 2 on that side. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but I do think that would be nice. Now I want to go with the diamond one, but I might actually go with the wood just because I think it fits the aesthetic a little bit better instead of having these bright blue chests in the area. So we'll think about that. But yeah, lots of cool stuff happening here. Need to work on the staircases and then eventually start working on the chisel and bits that will make up all of the railings to make this place Scar safe. Also, I broke some little pieces of the walls here, just giving a little more character, making it feel a little old and used. But anyway, that's a quick update. Got to get back to work now. Welcome back, and we've got quite a bit of work done in here. So I've started with the staircases, and I usually make my staircases 2 blocks wide, but for scale reasons within the space, I decided to go with a 1 block wide staircase, and I kind of think it's kind of cute. Like I'm totally on board with this. So what we're going to do with it is, of course, make some handrails and things like that with chisel and bits. But before we get to that, we still need to kind of lay out the basic blueprint for this space. So what are some of the things that are going to go here, and what's going to go in these sections, and is this part right here a good spot for our chests and different things like that. So it's kind of fun to look around here, as it's kind of a puzzle really to kind of figure out where all the little pieces are going to fill in. And yeah, it's kind of fun. So over here, I'm pulling up the little columns, bringing those down. Also here, I used some chisel and bits and just kind of brought that inwards as kind of a horizontal or a vertical half slab. So I think that looks nice, and it's a good difference from the way this area will look with our compacting drawers. Now, I don't think we need compacting drawers in every single one of these pieces. So what if we did compacting drawers maybe here, or at least you can see it. There we go. So right there. And then of course on these 2 back walls over there, we leave these portions open, and then these could be maybe a future farm or some kind of different kind of machinery can go in those back sections, because I don't think we're going to need as much compacting drawers as I was anticipating. So I think that's a good idea. And this whole project's been kind of fun. It's kind of just been a bit of a discovery, really, just kind of doing a little something here and seeing what possibilities that opens up in another area. And it's been quite enjoyable. So next phase we need to do is we need to start working on these rails with the chisel and bits. And that's going to take a little while to kind of nail down a design that we want and feels natural for the space. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this place. I think it's slowly coming out, and you know, adding all the little touches like chisel and bits and things like that really make this area cool. Now, for these wires that are attached here, and one of the reasons why we're not going with the standard mod wires but making our own is that we have so much more possibilities. So we're going to take these wires and they're going to connect to our little poles. So similar to these poles right there, we're going to put one right there. It's going to stick upwards with a little thing on top. So some of the electricity from here is zapping it. Does that sound really cool? So it gives a little bit of purpose to the wires. And yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment, guys. This is quite a project, a bit of time consuming to get all the little things done, but absolutely loving it. I think the floor came out good. And yeah, so next phase is to start working on the chisel and bit rails. And one quick thing before I zip off here for a moment is, should we keep this side of the rails open and only do rails across this area? So if you are walking on this portion of the catwalk, you have rails here, but you don't here, so you can, you know, reach to the different chests. I don't know yet. I think we'll figure it out. But yeah, this has been really fun. So I gotta get back to work. The basement just got a little bit more scar safe with our brand new rails along these openings, and I really like these. What do you guys think so far? Now, when you look at them, they are a little bit modern, and we're trying to achieve a bit of a steampunk design with this whole thing that we're trying to create. But with anything design-wise as any classification, say like medieval, modern, and or Wild West or steampunk like we're doing here, I like to use that as a jumping off point. I don't want to adhere exactly to it because I find that to be creatively boring. Like I want to put my own taste on it. Like I want to put my own design within that. So that's what I like to do a little bit. So that's why maybe it's not exactly steampunk. If it was steampunk, we might have used slightly different colors in a way and maybe a little bit more decorations with the design. So that's what I'm trying to kind of achieve with this. So I might still add a few more little details here, but other than that, I'm loving it. And it just makes it so cool that we can have a 2-block space right here and still have railings. Whereas if this was in vanilla, we would have to have put in another block right there and use that for our rails. So this gives us so much ability to really customize the design to our liking. So yeah, I'm having super fun doing this. Unfortunately, the papers aren't really working because some of the rails are in between 2 blocks, so that's becoming a bit of a problem. And I'm so bad at using the copy and paste function, so I'm trying to use it. On the other hand, it's kind of like, hey, maybe it'd be easier just to do it all manually. So I like these designs. Now I need to come up with a rail going across here and start working on this side. So my friends, let me work on that and I'll be right back. Welcome back, and there has been a lot done since we last talked. Look, we have a ceiling. It's crazy. We don't see dirt and stone up there anymore. It's now reinforced stone, that darker tone, which I absolutely love. And of course, the concrete looking super, super fancy. Now we're going to continue to evolve the ceiling and adding pipes and cables and all sorts of cool things, but at least this is making the area look a little bit more finished. And of course, the area is now fully scar safe with our railings all the way across. Now with chisel and bits, we were able to take some incredible detail into these railings. Like, look at that, how the piece of wood kind of overlaps by 1 pixel, and man, absolutely loving that design. And looking around up here, it just looks so nice now. And of course, down in our halls, which we worked on prior with our little lights hanging down, this area still reminds me of Indiana Jones at Disneyland. But anyway, let's head downstairs. And as you guys can see, we have some railings on the side of the stairs. Now, of course, I left off this part right here. So when I was looking at like factories and stuff, usually there's like a step and then there's the rails. I don't know. It just looked like something that I'd seen in factories before. So I left this area. So, you just walk up this 1 step and then you grab onto the handrail and go up. So you're definitely in compliance with SCAR safety. There we go. So there's our scaffolding, looking super fancy. Now these of course are our expansion areas. So these will be expansion areas. This is where we're going to store our chests. So we're going to put the colossal chest behind these little pillars here. And then I'm thinking about doing the actual like interface hookups in this area. So what we're going to do in our next episode is we're going to build a giant capacitor bank, and that's where we'll have the interface for the storage rooms and things along those lines. And of course, there's compacting drawers on each one of these ends. These were very expensive and quite a bit of time-consuming time to get these all set up. There's a lot of pistons involved, and as you can see, there's no storage drawer controller or any of those things yet. Not until we actually hook this all up will I install that, but I've made them all so they're all ready to go for when we do that. So yeah, guys, what do you think of this place? This thing is starting to come out, and this is just the basement. We don't have a house or the cat factory or any of the cool things yet. So this is just the start of our base, and man, I'm absolutely loving this. But we've got to do a little bit of a job for the city, and that's to sneak into somebody's base, rename one of their pets, and sneak out and make $100. I'm totally down for that. Welcome to undoubtedly Rendog's base, because we found a dead Rendog, and I'm going to be dead in a moment too, so I must move on. But look at this absolutely amazing base. This place feels like Borderlands. Do you remember that game from way back in the day? Because I'm really far behind on the Fools. Like, I had no idea that he had gotten this much progress done. This place is stunning. Absolutely amazing. But my first thoughts here, not only is this place amazing, but it is lacking any pets. Ren, where do you keep your pets? I need to rename one of them, and I can't find any. He's got none of them. Like, I don't even know how all these machines work. Do you think there's pets down there? I don't know. I don't see anything. I'm still just kind of amazed by how cool this place is, but I don't see anything. No pets. I mean, come on, Ren. You gotta have a dog, maybe even a cat for Ren Cat, something like that. There's gotta be... What in the world? Oh, it's a conveyor belt. Oh no, I'm trapped. I'm trapped on the conveyor belt. Get me off. Help. Help. I think I'm stuck, guys. I legitimately can't get off here. There we go. Oh my gosh, I thought I was gonna be stuck there forever. But yeah, this is insane. This place is really, really cool. It's just lacking in the pet department. Yep, no, you think I'd learned my lesson from the first time. There's an ant crawling on my arm. I'm getting stuck on conveyor belts. I'm not finding any pets around here. But my friends, unfortunately, it looks like we'll fail this particular challenge because that is all the time that I have for today. And I really hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and we'll see you later. And don't forget to subscribe because you may just become scarred for life.